Hi, everybody. Crafting Journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. I'm doing my show live today. This is another episode of Crafting and Crime Daily. Please jump into the chat. Tell me what you think of what's going on in the crime world. I've been covering the upcoming trial of Catherine Magbanua, scheduled to start next Monday, a week from today. But I looked this morning and there's another trial going on, the trial of Mario Batali. So I'm going to see if I can watch some of that and bring you the highlights of that as well. That will be fun because Mario Batali, he's a famous chef, used to be famous chef. He is now divested of everything, every restaurant he had an interest in. He's been divested of all of it because he's spending all of his money on lawyers defending this sexual assault accusation. He had two other ones that settled before criminal charges. I don't know if criminal charges were filed in that case, but anyway, they were resolved. And so now this is a third one that is this is actually going to trial. I don't think the other two went to trial. I think they were resolved before trial. So he was a bad boy. Yes, he was. So am I recording? Am I recording? Where is everybody? Oh, I see. This is a pop-up live, so not everybody will be here, and I understand that. I'm going to go to the YouTube page so I can watch the chat. If you ever see me, playing around on this iPad during a live, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the chat because my actual computer is over here. So I could watch the comments over here, but rather than, I would rather talk to you and look at the comments here. It's a little easier to see the comments. Just if you, a little technical stuff in case you were ever wondering. Okay, let's go to videos, home. Where am I? Hello. Hi, Pearl. Hi, Pearl. Okay, 6 people watching. Okay, so there are people here. Good. Let me turn the volume down. Isn't my hair lovely today? Yes. So here's why we don't have a regular show today. We have a live and let me know if the internet gets wonky, because what I did this morning was I unplugged the old router, took it to the physical store for Cox, which is not far. In fact, it's right around the corner from Joann's. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to the store and pick it up. So because they said, well, we'll ship it to you. And I'm like, no, I'll come pick it up. Because, Joann's is right around the corner. So I did drive myself. I drove last night for the first time. And it went okay. The trouble is getting in and out of that driver's seat with my knee, because my car is so freaking low to the ground. It's crazy. I drive a Hyundai Elantra, and I feel like I'm sitting on the road. And so getting out, especially because this is the left leg I had the surgery on. So getting out of the car, I have to make sure I get my other leg over and then stand up, because I can't put all my weight on that one leg. It's too much. So I turned in the router for the newest version of the router. So how are we doing so far? Snuggy's Crafting Corner, good morning or good afternoon. I have to get used to the afternoon part. It's afternoon. Karina, hi guys. So I switched out the router, and I'm hoping you guys are getting a better picture. The other thing I've done is I have ordered what they call a pod. Now that's not here yet, because if this doesn't work, the whole switch, upgrading to the new router, I still have one more shot. I'm going to put in the pod. You can put it anywhere. I'm going to put it here in my studio and then connect it via an Ethernet cable to the computer. So I will be partially hardwired to the network, because right now I'm just doing wireless. Did all that make sense? Because I spent an hour and a half on the phone trying to make sense of it all, but I finally did. So I switched all that out, and then I drove around the corner to Joann's, and of course I stopped at McDonald's. And no, McDonald's doesn't sponsor me. McDonald's, if you'd like to sponsor me, that would be okay, because I go to, either me or my sister go to your place every single day. Oh, it does make sense. Hey, Crafty Max, how are you? So, what did you get at Joann's, Rebecca? What did you get? What did you get with the Klondike bar? Well, all the Easter stuff is 75% off. So I got a couple of like dish towels. So I'm embarrassed to say my decorative dish towels, the ones that you don't touch, were hanging there since last fall, little gnomes. So we took them. I said, it's a good time to wash them, switch them out. So now we have springtime. Springtime ones up there. So I got this 99 cents at, because you never buy, I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. Don't ever buy anything full price at Joann's. Don't ever do that. Except for the floss that I bought it, it's 60 cents. Sometimes they put it on sale for like 45 cents, but that's only once or twice a year. Plus you get $10. I used a coupon, $10 off an order of $50 or more. And so that helped pay for the floss. But so I got this little tray. This is for my watercolor paint, so I can mix the different colors in the tray. It's 99 cents. So that goes with my watercolor collection. Then Joann's, they have the yarn section, but if you walk across, at least at my Joann's, if you walk across the store to where they have the diamond dot stuff, they have like a really small area of yarn clearance. Like you have to know it's there, or you would miss it. So I found some Christmas yarn that I had not seen before. God knows how old it is, but it was $3, $3.47. So I thought this would make, it's a 6-weight, make some cute hats. So I might make some hats for Christmas, like do little giveaways on the hats. It's just got a touch of green in it. And I thought super, super cute. Then I found one to make me a hat. Oh my God. It's like, it looks like a candy cane, and it's, it was kind of unwound in the bend. So I just kind of wound it back up, but oh my gosh, look how beautiful that is. I don't know if you can tell, it's got like a sparkle to it, but it kind of looks like a candy cane. Now this is a 5-weight, great for a hat. So I'll make a hat out of that. And I looked for, like, to see if they had one more, and that was the only one they had of that. Hi, Verna. Hi, Life with Janie. Passing through. Have a nice night. Okay, thank you, Janie. Then I got all that floss, which I won't, it's floss. There's a particular pattern, and I didn't bring it in here to show you, that I bought the floss for. And then this was $7.99, and I got it for $5. Some watercolor paint, actual paint rather than the paint palettes I got. And they're the basic ones. I noticed I've been using a lot of sap green, sienna, umber, all the stuff that's here. It's stuff that you use a lot of. So I like that I'm going to have an option of, just putting a little of this paint in there instead of, trying to get the brush wet and getting the other paint up out of the palette. So that was $5. Anything else? Oh yeah, one more thing. I got this to play with, in the paint, little sponges to make little different kind of artwork. So that's what I got at Joann's. Hi, Nessa. Hi. Oh, Karina, this is very pretty. Oh my God, the Christmas yarn. I don't really like Christmas yarn, but I got to tell you, this with it's so pretty. It's not sequins. It's, I don't know what you call that, but it's beautiful. It looks just like a candy cane. So at least to me, it does. So that is that. I got some more yarn in the mail, but I'll show you that tomorrow. Because I don't want to take up all your time with yarn. Okay. You're like, yeah, we love yarn. Okay, I'll show you what I painted over the weekend, because I did not lay there dormant. I've been doing a lot of painting. I just love it. But what I've discovered is you got to be patient. And patience is not my middle name. How we doing on the, am I lagging? Is it okay, the video? Does it seem like it's running okay? Better than before? Worse? Does anybody know? I'm in slow motion. Okay. Interesting. Well, try to watch it as I do it here. I had to catch up because I see that there is a lag. Well, they did. I couldn't pick up that pod that I'm going to get. It has because they don't carry them in the stores. So I see that I'm way behind. I'm really lagging. Wow. Yeah, I'm really lagging. Holy crap. That's so annoying. Um, I think the pod will work. If that doesn't work, then I got to get the guy to come out and play with the wiring or something, but that's annoying. Very annoying. Okay, so here's what I painted on the weekend. So this was one of the paintings. I don't like the lake. I haven't looked up how to do lakes, bodies of water. I haven't really worked with bodies of water yet. So I'm trying to work with the shading and all that other stuff. So that's just a little landscape for the year of landscapes. I'm not crazy about the lake. I think it needs more shadow is what I think. Then I did the sorting hat. Look at the sorting hat. Can you tell he's a sorting hat? Hi, Dawn. So I think that turned out pretty well. But this is traced on here, and I think the pen or the pencil I'm using is I'm using a number 2. I'm going to go into my pencils. I have some sketching pencils and see if I have a softer lead. Supposedly you can erase this afterwards. I don't know. I didn't try. Let me see if you can erase it. If it messes up the painting. Yeah, no, it doesn't erase. So, yeah, I need to use a lighter tracing thing. Then I did the cauldron from Harry Potter. There's a picture of the cauldron. And I tried to make the floor look like it's brick. And there's like sparkly things coming out of the pot. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute. And last but not least, Hedgewick. I did Hedgewick. I love Hedgewick. I think it turned out the best. Of everything I've done so far, I think Hedgewick is the best. So right now I'm waiting. I ordered some like watercolor glittery paint so I can play around with that too. But Hedgewick is my favorite. And I also need to get some kind of like maybe a small portfolio or something to keep them all in. Because if you just lay here, because they're made out of water, they'll just kind of start warping. And so you need something to kind of keep them flat. So right now, this is it because I don't have anything else. But I'm thinking like a small, book with the, I don't, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yes, I have my mystery diamond painting out. Hi, Susan Nelson. Hi, Suzanne. Jeannie's here. She loves that. Thank you, guys. Hi, Dawn. You love the cauldron. So what I was saying about the watercolors, like you have to be so patient because sometimes you have to stop and then walk away because you have to let the canvas dry because you're working with water. And in order to put down the next level, you got to let the previous level dry. So like I said, I'm not patient. So I solved that by having 2 paintings going at the same time. So while one was drying, I could work on the other one. And it really probably wasn't all the way dry because there was a point. That's why I did a time lapse. I did a video of it. If I can link it, I'll put it up here. But where I did have to leave it overnight and let it completely dry instead of just working on it semi-wet. So, but I loved it. But yeah, if you just do have one painting in front of you, sometimes you got to get up and just let it dry and go do something else. It's not like diamond painting where you sit here for 3-4 hours and lose track of time, unfortunately. And it's nice because when I walked, I went to bed, and when I came back and looked at it and really looked at it, I thought of things I wanted to do with the painting, things I wanted to add, and like the brick road and stuff. So I thought it was kind of cool. So let's do, I have figured out, it's a mystery painting, but I figured out that so far this is a table with a pot of flowers on it, I think. Because it's supposed to be a landscape, but I think this is a table with a pot of flowers. Verna can't draw stick people. Verna, I don't know if I can draw stick people either. I am the farthest thing from an artist, but what this is doing is like it's opened a part of my brain that's been closed for a while. And I remember back in high school when I took this artist class that I loved to draw. And one particular thing that I liked to draw was where you just take your pencil and you make dots, and then you I don't know if there's a form of painting where you just make dots and you create stuff with the dots, and you would have to look up close to know that it's all dots. It's not people sitting here going like this. It's people just dotting the painting. I loved doing that. I loved working on the shading and stuff. So I am having fun with it. Back to diamond painting. Okay, sticking to the painting. Suzanne is amputating together human body skeleton for Halloween. Oh, how cool. Why don't you leave it together? Why are you taking the body parts off of it? Or because you want them to hang them separately or something? Or I don't know. So let's talk about first of all, like I said, Mario Batali is on trial this week. I will do what I can to try to cover that. I turned in this morning for opening and statements. I don't know if they skipped opening statements or I missed them, but I rewound it all the way to the beginning and I did not see opening statements. So I listened to the testimony of the victim for a little while. But I will bring that to you tomorrow. But let's talk about the murder of Dan Markel and the trial coming up of Catherine Magbanua. So, and this is for her conspiracy to commit his murder. Nose is itching. Who's talking about me? My nose is itching. Anyway, don't forget to get the thumbs up, guys, if you're enjoying the content. I can't find this number 3. Oh, it's over here. Because you're not really looking, Rebecca. What's number 3? Sometimes they're underneath the snap, the numbers. Here we go. Number 3. Step up, number 3. Let's diamond paint. Diamond painting, diamond painting. Now, I am using a new wax, guys, and I really want to tell you about this new wax for diamond painting pens. Let me go look at the name of it because it's from Crashly. Crashly. You know, I had her on the show a couple weeks ago, and I told you she was developing a wax. So I got to see what she said was the official name for it because it's called Ribbit Stick It. Go on her Etsy store. Crashly's Crafts, I think, is her Etsy store. Go on that Etsy store and you'll be able to purchase the Ribbit Stick It. Now, she sent me some to try out. I don't think it comes in this container. She just sent me this to try out the wax. So this is the container that I got. But it's very much, it's not like a wax that we think of. Like it's more of like the putty that you get if you order the putty. Spam risk. Okay, no, we don't want to talk to you. So you actually have to like take some out of the container because it's got that, it's more of a putty. You can't sit here and do this. So you have to take some out of the container and stick that in there. But so far it's really working well. Actually, it works well in this single placer, which I'm really happy with because I hate putting those glue dots in. hate it. You put them in, they come out, you put them in, they come out until they, you get them at least a little dirty. But this ribbit stick it seems to work really well in the tip. And I was just trying to do her a favor and try this out for her, but I'm telling you, I really do like it. So head on over there to Etsy, and I don't know how much she put up, but I think she said it did go on sale today. Yes, first round of Ribbit Stick It is officially live. So check that out on the Etsy store. Oh my God, wouldn't it be awesome if we sold out? We just buy all of her Ribbit Stick It. She would be floored. Um, yes, she would. Nessa says, I love putty. Well, it's a putty. It's definitely a putty. So yeah. All right, let's do some diamond painting. So let's talk about when I last left off, we were talking about Dan Markel himself. Now, after his wife, basically what he called it Pearl Harbor, where she went in and just decimated his home, took all of his stuff, took his children away. For 2 weeks, he could not find those kids. Well, as you know, she served him with divorce papers. He hired a lawyer and didn't really like the lawyer, but kept him. But he did all his own paperwork because he's this brilliant law professor. She's also a very, not a renowned lawyer, but a very well-educated lawyer. She went to the best schools. So now imagine 2 lawyers going at it. They were serving papers left and right. You sneezed. You didn't do this. They had a marriage separation agreement. You violated the agreement. Those boys didn't call me every single day. Instead, they only called me every other day when she would take them out of town. And just nitpicking stuff like this, the motions would go back and forth, back and forth. That would just drive me insane, but this is what they were doing to each other. So but they also moved on with their lives. They started dating other people. The wife, what is her name? Can't even think of it. Anyway, she started dating this guy pretty regularly. But if there was something like family oriented going on, he really kind of wasn't involved. So in July of, I think it was, I don't remember the year, but the year that he was passed away, it was 2016, I think, in July. He had Dan. Well, let me tell this in chronological order. Okay, Wendy Adelson, the wife, she went out of town with the boys. When she comes back into town, she and her boyfriend go to this yoga class, and he's like, is everything okay? I love you. And he says, she was a little cold, and he didn't quite understand it. So when he gets home from the yoga class, he is served with papers that say, do not contact her ever again. She filed a restraining order against him. So weird. But then that week, he had plans to go out of town with his friends, his 3 buddies. They were going to go out of town, and they were going to leave on July 18th, which is a Thursday. So what I think was happening, and what a lot of people think was happening, was Wendy was trying to set him up to take the fall for the murder, which also happened on the 18th. So, but what happened at the last minute is he decided he wasn't going to go out of town. So that kind of foiled her plans, but she did not know that. She thought he went out of town. So that Thursday comes, Dan Markel, he goes to the gym. He drops the kids off at school, goes to the gym. I need my tweezers. I thought they were here somewhere. Tweezers. Y'all lose stuff like me. Holy moly. All right. We'll just kind of pick it off here. I got a junk one here. Where's my tray for junk? Here we go. So he drops the kids off at daycare. He goes to the gym, comes home, pulls in his driveway, and this car pulls up behind him in the driveway. and he was actually on the phone. So he doesn't hang up from the person that he's talking to. He just says, "Hold on, somebody's here," and I don't recognize who they are. And when he does that and rolls, I don't even know if he got a chance to roll the window down. Anyway, the guy standing there shoots him in the head, and he's like pulled into the garage, and this guy just walks up behind, walks up to his car, driver's side, pulls the trigger, and then walks away. And the only witness, the only neighbor that heard anything, there was a neighbor who heard a loud noise and did identify the type of vehicle. So that's how we know what type of vehicle they were driving. I don't think he got the driver's tag, but he did identify the type of vehicle, which was very helpful, as we'll learn later on. Oh, hold on. Okay. Crashly was, oh, text her. Crashly's texting me. Okay, so the guy that sees him, he's able to identify the vehicle. And as we know, Wendy that day, she had to go that morning. Dan had the kids, so he had dropped them off at daycare. So she didn't have the kids. She had to go to stop at a liquor store that morning and buy some bourbon for this party she was going to. And she knew that's what they liked to drink. So she was going to bring it. And then she went to have lunch with a friend. And we know later on, we learned that she actually drove by Dan's house before, or no, after the crime was committed. She drove by, and she got to one of, of course, they cordoned off the neighborhood with police vehicles. She actually pulled up to one of the police vehicles and then looked down the street and then backed up and drove away before the police officer could even approach her vehicle. So she goes and has lunch with a friend. And in the middle of this lunch, some officers, she gets a phone call. These officers are telling her that she needs to come down to the police station. And that's when she gets down there, that's when they inform her that her husband has been shot and he's not likely to survive. And she does this, it's all on camera. She does this big dramatic boo hoo. And I was having lunch with friends, and she actually implicated this boyfriend of hers, which I told you she didn't know that he hadn't got out of town. He was still in town. But she thought, she was going to play it up like he did it and then left town. But that didn't happen. And he actually had an alibi for where he was that evening. So. No, Crashly says there's not too many left of her wax. So, she is making some sales. Isn't that nice? I'd like to support the people in our community. Robert, hello. How are you, Robert? We're just sitting here chit-chatting about true crime. So tomorrow I'm going to give you some coverage of that Mauro Batali trial. I'm going to talk a little bit about the conspiracy to commit Dan's murder and how they figured all this out. We'll talk a little bit about the Adelson family this week. I want you to know who all these players are before that trial starts next week, because it's quite a complicated web that they have woven. And it all, involves this poor woman who's been in prison for 6 years, innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. God forbid I'm ever accused of a crime and I have to go into a prison where there's no crafts. Oh no, I die. Clara, hi. You're late. No, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to give you a little bit of trial coverage that I have to depart today. Um, we talked a little bit about Wendy Adelson, and the actual murder that day on in July 18th of 2016. So, and I really, the reason behind this is I needed to test my internet. I switched out the router, got a new router. The router that I had was 4 years old. They did say that you should switch out the routers every 3 to 4 years. So it was time. And supposedly there's an app that I can download to personalize this router, which I have to do that. So yeah, I don't have my phone here or I'd do it. But it looks like I'm still running a little slow. So the router is 3 rooms away. So I ordered what they call a pod. Once that comes in the mail, I will connect that with an Ethernet cable to the computer. That should speed things up a little bit more. They say once I do that, I will have the identical upload speed downloads. The download and the upload speed will be even. Right now, my download speed is very low. I can upload anything. Like if I film something, it uploads just like that. But going live, which they consider a download, your streaming is very slow. Still, apparently. So I am fine. So after going to it did not take long at the Cox place. They were pretty quick. And then I would have walked around Joann's longer because I know walking is really good for me, but their air conditioning was broken. Oh my God. I had to get out of there. I couldn't breathe. It was just so stuffy. And I don't know how I just don't know how they get away with that because customers aren't going to stay and buy stuff. You want your customers to stay and, walk around and see all the stuff that you have. But no, I couldn't. It was too hot. I went to the places I wanted to, know where I like stuff is, and that was it. And none of the yarn was on sale. No yarn on sale. I found this yarn that was checkerboard. It's a Brene blanket yarn that when you work it up as a blanket, it looks like it's checkerboard. Oh, when that goes on sale, I want some. But they didn't have a lot of it. So, but it's expensive. It's like $11 a skein. It's ridiculous. So don't forget to hit the like button, guys, on your way in or out today. Oh my word. I was working on this painting. It's nice to get back to diamond painting. I think my sister's working on a mystery diamond painting as well. This is for the mystery diamond painting event. Mickey purchased my painting. I purchased hers, but a lot of people did exchange paintings in that event. But right now, we're still accepting people that want to join if you want to join with your own mystery kit, because it's too late to match people up. So if you have a mystery kit, I know DAC's been selling them craftably. Amazon. I have a friend subscriber who ordered one from Amazon. From Catered is the company. It wasn't that expensive, and hopefully she'll get it pretty soon because she ordered it off of Amazon. So what's everybody doing today? I know it's like the middle of the afternoon. This is nice color blocking because I actually got, I set up the putty. This is the pink putty. So I actually set it up in a 10 placer so I could try out the 10 placer. Robert says, I've been looking after my mom. She's doing a lot better from back surgery. She had back surgery. I'm so sorry, Robert. That's the worst. Thank you for looking after your mom. You're the best. Oh, he's such a good son. Oh, my goodness. Back surgery. Oh no. First of all, I would never have it. They've told my son he needs back surgery, and I'm telling him no. It should be like a last resort because it's miserable. Absolutely miserable. Robert, give your mom my love. Poor thing. Yeah, that is miserable. I think I don't see Wilma Jean in here today. I'm just going to see how her ankle's doing. So after going to these two stores and walking around, getting in and out of the car, I was a little exhausted. And last night, we went out for dinner and we were sitting in the restaurant for, by the time you order, you get in there and you order and you get your food and you sit and chit chat, it was a little over an hour. And my knee was screaming at me because, you've got 7 people around a table. There's not a lot of leg room. And I was dying. I was like, Ryan, did you pay the check? Because I just had to get up. I had to get up. So, and then I was thinking, oh my God, am I ever going to be able to go back to work? I can't sit at a desk I can't sit in a restaurant for an hour. How am I going to sit at a desk for 8 hours? So I don't know. Hopefully another week will make the difference. We'll see. Now, I think, I'm not positive, but I think that the Johnny Depp trial is still going on. I haven't heard much about it because I'm trying to ignore it. It's so convoluted, those two accusing each other of this, that, and the other, that I haven't been watching that pretty much at all. Oh my God, I'm loving how these ever moment drills are just come together so perfectly. So, Robert, have you been diamond painting or doing any crafting or anything? Anybody else doing any crafting? We have a chatty bunch of people here today. My goodness. I saw this person on YouTube over the weekend. She was doing a marathon live, like hours and hours. I could not do that. Oh my God. First of all, my knee wouldn't let me. I just don't have that much to say in an hour, in hours and hours and hours. Oh, Robert's diamond painting. That's awesome. Good for you. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, it started at 3:45. I'll go for another 10 minutes or so. We'll see if anybody comes in or out. Anybody wants to chit chat. Um, yeah. Or is it just the video quality that's really bad? I know the video quality's slow. My next live is Wednesday at 6 p.m. Hopefully, I get that pod before Wednesday, and then we'll see if that makes a big difference as well. Nessa caught up on her cross stitch temptree. Nessa, did you put a picture of it in the group? The Crafting Journey Facebook group? I would love to see it. I will admit I am a month behind. I am just finishing up March. So I've still got April and then I got to get into May. But it's just little books. So I just have to sit down and do it. And then I purchased, oh my gosh, it hasn't come in the mail yet, but I went on Heaven and Earth Design and looked at the cross stitch stuff there. So what I did was I purchased one called Chessie, Chessie, after the Cheshire Cat. It looks like the Cheshire Cat, this Haid, and it's not a mini, but it doesn't work up terribly large, the regular one. And so Shalene's Creativity Room is going to be doing a collab next year with that pattern. So I figured I might as well get it started because I'll be working on it probably for the next 10 years. It's super cute. And then I was looking through all of the artists. Oh my God, the artists that they have. are amazing. Oh, they've got some amazing artwork. Heaven and Earth Designs does. So I purchased one other one. Um, it's a dragon, I think. Yeah, it's a dragon. It's so beautiful. Chaotic, howdy, how are you? Oh, Nessa, you don't do Facebook. What do you do? Do you do any? You don't do Facebook? She doesn't do Facebook. Okay. If you want to direct message me, or I'm trying to think of another way you could get it to me. Go down. Do you do? You probably don't do Instagram either, Nessa. Huh? Okay. Never mind. Because Facebook owns Instagram, by the way. In case you didn't know that. Okay, this is trash. There's been a fair amount of trash in this painting, but not it's not terrible. The 310 looked like somebody had chewed it up, spit it out. That 310 was bad, but 310 always is. Clara says, I've been thinking starting loom knitting. I also have a lot of cross stitch. Clara, if you're considering starting loom knitting, I have a beginner video for you. The beginner video that I do is it's on the Flexi Loom, but you can pick another loom to do it on. And if you have any questions offline, I'll be happy to answer them for you. But it's pretty much a step-by-step on how to get started. Loom knitting. The Flexi Loom is, it's just all right. I liked it, but you can do it on any loom. If you want to do like a basic, I think what I did on my video is a basic hat. In fact, these Christmas yarn would look fantastic done on a loom. Ooh. Right now I've got the banana stuff on my loom. Clara also has a lot of cross stitch. What kind of cross stitch do you have? Did I put any in this one? I think I did. I had putty in this one. All right, let's just stick with the 10 placer for now. Sometimes it's good to be able to do the 10 placer, but then you have to kind of sort out the junk, which can be difficult. Yep. So, show of hands, what craft do you guys want to see this week on Craft with Me Wednesday? What kind of crafts do you want to see? You want to see me do loom knitting or watercolor or cross stitching? I mean, you tell me what you'd like to see. I could do coloring. Oh my gosh, it's super windy outside. You can hear my window farting. Oh my god, I love this Crashly's mud. Ribbity something or other. Stick it. Have not done any since she started diamond painting. I know, diamond painting just takes your attention away from every other craft. I mean, for over 2 years, I did nothing but diamond paint. And then I brought in the cross stitch slowly, very slowly. And then I just started getting into all these, because I've been trying different crafts on Craft with Me Wednesday for 3 years. I've tried rock painting, scratch art, book making pictures out of books, different things. Verna still needs to learn how to know if a diamond painting is poured glue or not. Really? I can tell you almost everything right now is poured glue. There's not much that isn't, but I can help you out with that. Cheryl, hi, Verna. Tippy Joy, hello. Whatever you feel like doing, it's all interesting. Okay, you're leaving it to me. All right. So just do your thing, Rebecca. We'll show up. You guys are so sweet. That's so sweet. Like I said, hopefully by Wednesday I have the router extender. It's called a pod, but I'm calling it a router extender. So what are you guys having for dinner tonight? That's what I was just thinking. It's almost dinner time, 4:30. What are we having for dinner? It's 5:30 on the East Coast. Everybody's chowing down. That's where everybody is. They're eating dinner. We're eating dinner, Rebecca. We went last night. We were going to go to the steakhouse, and they wouldn't take large parties because there were 7 of us. They're like, nope, we can't. You can't even make a reservation. So we went around the corner to a chicken wing place because I love chicken wings, and so we enjoyed us some chicken wings. But I was sort of annoyed because the grandkid, my one grandkid, he's a senior in high school. He's actually graduating from his graduation is this weekend. Oh my god. I grew up so fast. He's like, I want to watch basketball. So he like wouldn't sit on in a particular chair at the table because he needed to sit in a I don't know, because this is one of those sports bar places where the TVs are everywhere. And then he makes a fuss about where he wants to sit so he can see a particular TV. And then once he sits down, he realizes what he wants to see is in the opposite direction, which I laughed. Jeannie says, I'm cross stitching and working on a 2,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Oh, I can do our jig. Do you want Jean and I do our jigsaw puzzle? We can work on that Wednesday night. Verna says, I contacted the company to see if it was poured glue, and they said no, Sandarum artist, and it's an open scenery. They said no, Sandarum artist, and it's an open scenery. Hi, Katrina. Verna, that has nothing to do whether it's poured glue or not, but they said that it's not poured glue. Really? I've had this suspicion, TSA, Treasure Studios Arts, uses what they call a mounted film adhesive. I'm wondering if some of the companies have gone to that as opposed to poured glue. Because some of what I'm seeing, like this one here, they're calling it poured glue, but you can still see the edges of something that's been mounted on here. So I don't know if this is poured glue or a mounted film adhesive. If it was a double-sided adhesive, this paper, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to try to figure out how though, Verna. I'm going to do some detective work and find out for you because I need to know this as well. Yes, I think Jean and I will uncover it. Right now, we have it cleverly covered to conceal it from the cats because, boy, they like that puzzle. Am I working on the sampler open? I am. I'm working on opening Gambit. Yes, I don't have it in here. It's in the bedroom where I've been sitting. But yes, I'm working on opening Gambit. So, in fact, I'll work on it a little bit more and I'll show you my progress on Wednesday. I can show you my cross stitch progress and then we can work on the puzzle because we need to get that done. That puzzle's so pretty. We have the whole outer, it's a round puzzle and the whole outer part is done. So now we've actually done the center part because it's kind of a mandala, but it goes outwards. So we'll do that Wednesday. I think my sister will be happy with that. And you get to see her. You get to see Jean. Yay! So, Jeannie says, I have fabric and floss for that one coming tomorrow from 123 Stitch. For opening Gambit, how exciting. So what color are you going to use? What color floss did you decide? Please don't tell me 310s. That's so boring. Come on. Be exciting. What color did you choose? Because you can do it on any color you want. That's why I love that pattern. They're called, what are they called? Monochromatic patterns? I think that's what they're called. Paint with Diamonds Company. Oh, that Paint with Diamonds Company, Verna. They Crashly, the last mystery diamond painting, not the one we're doing now, but the one before, where Crashly bought me a kit and they told her it was poured glue. And then when she got it, we knew it right away it wasn't poured glue. Like, it was obviously not poured glue. And I've got to tell you, oh, my sister had a devil of a time with that painting, with popping drills and. Oh. Remember the Grinch? I mean, my sister, bless her heart, she sat and she did that whole painting with popping drills. But we had to seal it right away because the drills were horrible. So I hope you have better luck than she did. Ms. Res Stilettos Crafts and Shoes Closet. Hello. Yeah, most Paint with Diamond kits are almost double-sided adhesive. Oh yeah, but they're one of the few that still do that. I think most companies are not doing that anymore. Now, my sister got an interesting one in the mail from Catered. No, not Catered. Where did she get that one from? It's a Chinese company that she got it from, but and it's a decent size. I should go. I'll show it to you Wednesday. I'll have her show it to you. But it's one of those pictures that probably could have been done in a much larger size to get all the detail. But I mean, to get all the details of that particular picture, it would have to be huge. And it seems like it's poured glue. To me, it seems like a poured glue. But I don't know. I'm I'm at the point where I'm thinking, like, most of these diamond painting companies are all the same. I got contacted again by one of the diamond companies. I forget which one, but I know that they have, like, FG Normal. FG Normal contacted me, um, wanting to know if I would show off their paintings, and which I've done before, but I wasn't terribly impressed. One, with the size of the paintings that they offer, and they have stolen artwork, obviously, but they're not. They have like three different companies: GBFKE and FG Normal, and there's one other one. They're all the same company. Then the next day, I got an invitation from one of their other companies because they have another new company, and you can tell it's the same because they use the same language. It's the same opening phrase, which is very odd anyway. Um, and for two different companies to use the same odd phrase, yeah, so it's obviously the same company. Lois, you are not late, sweetheart. I'm just, chit chatting. You can go back, guys, if you're just tuning in, you can go back, #replay, and hear the crime part of the show if you're interested. Yeah. Or you could just go back and listen to the chit chat, but don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Oh, the other thing I wanted to tell you, oh my gosh, I should have done this at the beginning. I came home the other day. I don't know. I opened my email, and my first email of the day is from YouTube. I'm like, oh my God, what does YouTube want? You are now eligible, and I don't know what made me eligible, but you are now eligible for super thanks. I'm like, oh, what? Now, not everybody has this, and I don't know what makes you eligible, because I know it's still in beta and they're testing it out. But on during a live like this, you can donate to the channel by hitting that chat button down in the, down in the chat box. There's a $sign, and you can hit that $sign and you can donate to the channel. That's called super chat. So super thanks is where, when I have, since I do a regular daily show, that's probably the amount of the videos that I do is probably what made me eligible, because I do a daily show. So if it's not a live show, if it's a recorded, uploaded show, you can have on the bar where it says like, dislike, and has all those things, it'll say thanks. And you can press that thanks, and it's called super thanks, and you can make a donation to the channel. And I think that's so cool. Because I never thought it was really fair, that somebody who makes videos every single day can only get donations to their channel through, if they do a live. So now you can just make a donation if you so choose during regular shows, which is kind of cool. So what'd you guys do for Mother's Day? Anybody go out for dinner? Jeannie, you're going to use the 310 and parts of it in variegated red, so the red pops. Oh, yeah. But it's such an interesting, we're talking about the opening gambit. It's such an interesting cross-stitch pattern. It's got all these like hidden pictures in it. It's just so cool. And as I'm cross-stitching, I'm like, oh, there's a monkey. Oh, there's an elephant. Oh, there's a giraffe. It's really cool. And I'm doing mine all in hot pink, as you know, because I'm a pink gal. I'm going to be so sick of pink by the time I finish that thing. But I'm doing it on like this glittery fabric. So it's really going to turn out very nicely, I think. But, I'm on the 10-year plan for that one. I'm going to get out some cross stitch after this show, you guys, after dinner. What am I having for dinner? I haven't figured that out yet. Lois joined she said, and she stopped. I hope you meant Patreon. You can sit and stay, Lois. You didn't have to leave. She says, I joined and then she left. Oh dear, I ran Lois off. If anybody sees Lois, tell her I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run her off. I don't know what she joined. Oh, my Patreon, Lois. Thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. All right. I don't do enough for my Patreons. I was thinking about that the other night. I watched someone who was doing a video. I think it was Ruby Q, and she was making these really cool cover minders for her Patreons. And I don't make stuff like that. I don't make little gadgets and gadgets. But I'll figure out something that I can send to my Patreons that will be fun. Maybe you'll get a signed watercolor painting or something, but I want to make it fun to be a Patreon. I'm not one of these channels that has thousands of Patreons and can do like Patreon only lives and where they give all their dirt in the Patreon lives. And then they leave all their regular subscribers wanting to know what you talked about during the Patreon live. Which is funny. Yeah, I did. So I do have a Patreon in addition to, you can become a member, or Patreon is actually better because YouTube doesn't take their commission out of it. Yay. So whatever you donate through Patreon comes right to me without a fee, which is nice because YouTube takes a fee out of everything that's donated through YouTube. They got to get their cut. Yes, they do. It's kind of hot in this room today. I think spring is finally here, guys. I need J. H-I-J. I thought these were in order, but is that J? I don't think it is. No, that's U. I do need U. I have a couple of those I can put down. So So my sister brought home leftovers from the restaurant last night. So she's going to have her leftover. I think she ordered shrimp or something. So I don't know what I'm going to eat for dinner. I haven't decided. We still have leftover meatloaf. Meatloaf sandwiches are good. I want a meatloaf sandwich though. I don't know what I want. Oh well. Okay, is that all of this color? Yep. Yeah, there weren't many of this color, just a few. All right, we have been going for an hour. I think I'm going to cut it off there, guys. That is today's show, Crafting and Crime. If you want to see the crime portion, what I'll go back and do is on the replay, I will put a channel marker in there for people that want to tune in just for that. So, and I got all this done. Look, I got a lot done. This little, what do you call it? Color blocking section. I want a watercolor paint, but yeah. I did order some paints. I thought I did. Yeah. Yeah, I got these paints. See, I said I was gonna leave and now I'm opening the paints. A lot of watercolor artists use these that are in the little squeeze things, and then they just take their paint palettes, the ones that I've started with, if they have to go somewhere. These are for like in their studio, but since I'm only painting in the studio. But these are like the most popular colors, so that's why I thought I'll start there, just having paint for the most popular colors. But anyway, Katrina says, me and a couple coworkers are going to the zoo on Friday. We're really excited about checking out the new stingray exhibit. What? That's the zoo near us, right, Katrina? Oh God, what's the name of that zoo? I didn't know they had a stingray exhibit. I'll look that up. I'm not going too close to it. I would go, but I don't want to get too close to them guys, because wasn't that guy killed by a stingray? The famous, what was his name? You guys know what I'm talking about. Steve Irwin. Wasn't he killed by a stingray? I don't know. And this was made for me by Narrate. I just have to say. So when she watches back on the replay, she'll say, "Oh, I made that." Yes. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. The Sedgwick County Zoo. You can pet them and feed them. Oh no, pet them and feed them, and then they grab your hand and that would be interesting. Like, I've been in boats where you see them come up to the side of the boats and stuff, but so I've been kind of close to stingrays, but not in the water with them. Like, where I'm assuming you don't get in the water, but I think he was killed by a stingray, Clara. I thought so. Yeah, I knew it was something really weird, and it was some kind of fish that killed him. Wasn't Steve Irwin killed by a stingray?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Were you watching? Shame on you.
I didn't know you were on.
Oh.
I had no idea you went live.
Are you on your phone?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll test it out next time. Verna says, sorry, I got distracted. I didn't order the company because I want cord glue. I didn't order from the company. Oh, thank you, Verna, because I don't like that company. I was telling you all the bad things, and I'm thinking, oh, God, I hope she didn't order that already. Yeah, I try not to use that company. I really do. I try not to talk trash about any company, but like I said, Crashly and I had a bad experience with that company. Yeah. Where they out and out lied to her, because like she asked before she purchased the painting, is this poured glue? And they said yes. So she went ahead and ordered it. When we got it, it was not poured glue. And yeah, Stingrays are smaller ones, and they have a shallow area for you to stick your hand in. Oh, the kids will love that. Take pictures, Katrina. I want to see it. Stitch, hi, buddy. He's like, oh, what's in the bag? New yarn. He's sniffing it out. Hey, oh, he wants the sponges. You want the sponges? Okay. Bye, guys. I will see you Wednesday. We're going to do puzzles Wednesday, and I'll debut on some of my on the opening gambit cross stitch project. Pearls on top of a box over by the window, sunbathing. Oh, it's so cute. All right. Bye, everybody. Love you. Thanks for coming. If you are watching back, hashtag replay, leave me a comment about the quality of the video, because it's not going to hurt my feelings. I need to know this because I'm trying to make some corrections here. So I love you all. Take care. See you Wednesday.